Welcome to Let's Talk Tech, a webinar series to support and empower women to be online in safe and secure ways. My name is Claire, and joining me again today is Avril. This series offers you multiple video tutorials on how to get the safety, security, and privacy settings just right on your accounts and devices. Today's episode is about how to protect your accounts. As we've previously discussed, our online accounts hold a lot of important information about us. Everything from where we go to what we do and share to who we spend time with and how we spend our money. Today, Avril will walk us through two important aspects of securing our accounts. But before we do, please remember, if you're watching this webinar from your browser on our website, safeireland.ie, we want to point you to the exit this website now function on the top right-hand corner of this screen, just in case you need to leave quickly. Avril, can you tell us about how we can protect our accounts online?
Absolutely, Claire. There are two things that we need to look at: strong passwords and two-factor authentication. We're going to cover both of these in this webinar. And if we look first of all at strong passwords, and every account that we have a password to sign into it. Let's take the platforms that you most likely have an account for. So you more than likely have a Gmail, an iCloud, or a Microsoft account. If you're using Gmail, Google, you've access with that one account, that one password, you've access to Google Maps and Timeline, YouTube, TV, Google TV, Google Drive, Gmail, and Google Pay. And the same with iCloud. It's pretty much the same thing, just a different platform. So you've access to the Apple Store, the App Store, Apple Music and TV, iCloud for storage, iMessage for communicating, and Apple Pay. And the same for Microsoft. One password will give you access to everything within Microsoft. So if you think about that alone, just for these three, the amount of things you've access to with that one password to get in, it is so important that your password is very strong, because you need to protect it because of all the information that is in there that if someone has access to, they can make changes, they can lock you out of it, they can do so many different things if they get into your account. Look, these are just a few examples of apps, but there are a ton of apps that you use, a ton of websites, and we're going to show you what a strong password looks like. Okay.
Avril, this is already actually making me think about how important it is to secure your account to the new password. Because, for example, if you've left an abusive relationship and you've changed your delivery address on a site like Tesco or Amazon or IKEA or wherever you're shopping online, if the person you've just left has your password to that account, you mightn't have used it in a while, they now have access to your location, to your new address. So it's really important.
That's absolutely right. I mean, you could have gone to so much effort to, move address and do everything discreetly, and then access to one account online can give it all away. Think about all the accounts that you have, and all of the accounts especially that someone else has access to. Go into all of those accounts and change your password, especially if you're going to be changing your address within that. Could be a delivery address, home address, whatever it is. If someone is trying to get into your account, they won't get in. So what is a strong password? It has to be 13 digits at least long, because if you think about it, a cyber criminal, it'll take them at least 48 hours to get into your account if you've 13 digits or more. They will run a script on your account to try and they'll put everything from the dictionary, every word, and they'll run it through to see if it's one of those. So it can't be a word in the dictionary. So it has to be 13 digits. It has to be caps, capital letters, small letters, numbers, and special characters. You can use a passphrase, and we're going to show you how to create one in a minute. It can't be easy to guess. If someone close to you knows you very well, then they may be able to guess your password. So it cannot be an easy one to guess. Change it often, and I would say every 3 to 4 months if you have to put a reminder in your calendar to change it. And never share it with anyone. Okay, so Claire, we're going to create a strong passphrase. What is a passphrase? It's a phrase that you'll remember for an account. So whatever that is. And this is what a strong passphrase would look like. Singing in the Rain is the one we've taken as an example. You can see 1 is I. Every time I use E, it's 3. A is @ symbol. If we look at Instagram, to create an account on Instagram, a password on Instagram, I've taken the first couple of letters in Instagram, Insta, and I create a passphrase out of it. I need some time alone. And I have my 3 for E, 0 for O, and, you know, I have my own system going for that. So that's one that I will easily remember, but nobody else can guess. So that's what a strong passphrase is. If you feel now that you need to change some passwords, we have some tutorials for you one on Snapchat, one on Amazon, one on LinkedIn. You know, how do you change your password if you feel it's too weak? So don't forget that that's there and available for you as well. And then, you know, I guess there's so many passwords, isn't there, Claire? So many passwords to remember. I know how to create a strong one now, but I've so many of them. How am I going to remember them all? At some point, I may forget or lose one. So on your device or in your browser, you might remember or recall that you're offered, would you like us to save these passwords? So in your device, there's an autofill password. I would say to you, in your device, as long as nobody else has access to your device, that is safe. And the same in your browser, as long as nobody else has access to that browser. If you feel someone may have access to that browser, then I would not save them. But if it is safe to do so, the autofill passwords are very useful. It appears when you log into an account, it'll pop up and say, would you like me to save the password? If you allow it, then the password autofill feature will pop up next time you log into that account. And it'll literally put in the password for you so you don't have to do it. And Password Manager then is an app you download, and there are a ton of password managers. And if you're looking to see which one you'd like to use yourself, we're going to be doing a separate webinar tutorial on that. And it helps you remember all your passwords. All you have to remember is one password to get into Password Manager, the app. It basically stores all your passwords. You don't have to worry about them. So that's what Password Manager app is.